Among the vast communities of microbes inhabiting the human gut, not all are equally beneficial, and some can subtly undermine the health-promoting effects of foods we consider superfoods. Eubacterium flavonifractor is a particularly intriguing example. While much of the gut microbiome enhances nutrient absorption and metabolic health, certain strains like this one can metabolize dietary polyphenol before the body has a chance to absorb them, potentially reducing the bioavailability of these powerful antioxidant compounds. Polyphenol, found abundantly in berries, nuts, leafy greens, cocoa, and other plant-based foods, are critical for reducing oxidative stress, improving endothelial function, modulating inflammation, and supporting insulin sensitivity. When microbes like Eubacterium flavonifractor act on these compounds prematurely, the systemic benefits may be partially blunted, highlighting the importance of microbial composition in determining the effectiveness of an otherwise nutrient-dense diet. Interestingly, Eubacterium flavonifractor is not inherently bad. Like many microbes, its effects depend on context, abundance, and interactions with other members of the microbiome. In balanced microbial ecosystems, its presence is relatively minor, and the overall fermentation of fibers and polyphenols still produces short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, and bioactive metabolites that support gut barrier integrity, reduce systemic inflammation, and enhance metabolic signaling. Problems arise when Eubacterium flavonifractor becomes overly abundant, often in microbiomes that have been disrupted by diets high in refined carbohydrates, ultra-processed foods, or low in diverse fibers. In such cases, it can outcompete other beneficial microbes and accelerate the breakdown of polyphenol, reducing their systemic absorption and potentially diminishing their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Dietary strategies can help modulate the abundance of microbes like Eubacterium flavonifractor and restore a microbiome more conducive to polyphenol utilization. Consuming a variety of fermentable fibers, from legumes, whole grains, vegetables, and fruits, encourages the growth of SCFA-producing bacteria such as Roseburia, Lactospiraceae, and Bifidobacteria, which not only compete with Eubacterium flavonifractor but also generate beneficial metabolites that amplify the effects of dietary antioxidants. Polyphenol-rich foods themselves, when combined with fibers, seem to promote microbial diversity that favors polyphenol-converting bacteria that produce bioactive, absorbable metabolites rather than simply degrading them. For example, nuts like pistachios provide a unique matrix of fiber, polyphenol, and unsaturated fats that appears to support microbial pathways which maximize polyphenol availability while sustaining SCFA production. Other dietary patterns, such as regular inclusion of fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, or tempeh, may also help balance microbial populations. Fermented foods introduce live beneficial bacteria and create a competitive environment that can suppress the overgrowth of species like Eubacterium flavonifractor. Over time, this can enhance both microbial diversity and functional capacity, ensuring that polyphenol from antioxidant-rich foods are metabolized in ways that support systemic health rather than being prematurely degraded. Even subtle shifts in microbial composition, guided by consistent intake of prebiotics, polyphenol-rich plant foods, and fermented foods, can lead to meaningful improvements in antioxidant bioavailability and SCFA production. Lifestyle factors complement dietary interventions. Adequate sleep, regular physical activity, and stress management support a more balanced microbiome, reducing the likelihood of microbial overgrowth that favors polyphenol-degrading species. The timing of food intake may also influence microbial activity. For example, consuming antioxidant-rich foods alongside fiber-rich meals or as part of evening snacks can align microbial fermentation with circadian rhythms, optimizing metabolite production and absorption. From a practical standpoint, individuals can adopt a positive, proactive approach to harnessing the benefits of polyphenol despite the presence of Eubacterium flavonifractor. A diet rich in diversity, featuring legumes, nuts, berries, leafy greens, whole grains, and moderate fermented foods, promotes a microbial ecosystem where beneficial bacteria thrive, polyphenol bioavailability is maximized, and SCFA production is robust. Over time, these choices help shift the microbiome away from an overabundance of species that may undermine antioxidant utilization, creating a gut environment that supports metabolic resilience, reduced inflammation, and enhanced vascular and immune health. In essence, while Eubacterium flavonifractor may limit the bioavailability of polyphenol when present in excess, it also exemplifies the dynamic interplay between diet and microbiome. Rather than categorizing microbes as strictly good or bad, modern nutritional science emphasizes balance and functional outcomes. Thoughtful dietary strategies, rich in fiber, polyphenol, plant protein, and fermented foods, can suppress the negative effects of polyphenol-degrading microbes while amplifying the benefits of antioxidant-rich foods. By shaping the microbial ecosystem in this way, we not only protect the efficacy of nutrient-dense foods, but also enhance systemic metabolic, inflammatory, and gut health, illustrating how mindful eating can transform microbial interactions into tangible, long-term wellness benefits.